Today's episode of The Young and the Restless was unacceptable. So, Josh Griffith needs to be fired from The Young and the Restless, effective immediately. I started a petition to to multiple sources. To I started it with on change.org to go directly to Steve Kent and to CBS to hope that Josh's power could be re-examined because Summer adopted Harrison. This is absolutely ridiculous. We have been waiting for a long time for them to try to bring back Tara Locke at the very least. Or if Kyle could get custody of his son. You're telling me that Summer was able to adopt him in Italy? He knows that was never a part of the script because when Kyle agreed to move to Italy was because let me tell you, I was watching that storyline from the very beginning. So I remember exactly how it happened. Tara what was with Ashlyn Locke first. She let Ashlyn believe that she was Harrison's father when her and Kyle had an affair back in the day. And then she got scared when Ashlyn found out and he turned on her. They got a divorce. And once Ashlyn was done with her and moved on with Victoria, she set her sights on Kyle. So what Tara did was she was working with Sally at that time to get rid of Summer. She told Summer that she will take Harrison and move back to New York if Summer don't take that job, Marchetti, the one that Summer has now. And then Summer moved to Italy, thank God, when she did. It was it was wonderful. She was kind of off our screens. And then that Amazon mother of hers, Phyllis, was all in her panties like usual. So she had a hunch. Once she figured that out, what Tara did, she went and digged up some dirt on Tara. So what Tara had done was she embezzled her some money from that company or whatever. And then with so they arrested her for fraud, and that's why she's in jail now for some sort of tax frauds and whatever. But meanwhile, when Kyle found out, he wanted to reunite with Summer. When he found out that Tara blackmailed him to get them back together. Hey George, how are you? When he found out about Tara blackmailing Summer with that, he was mad. He wanted, but he went right back to Italy to go reunite with Summer. But at that time, he knew he wanted to move back with Summer, but he knew that Ashlyn had custody. So Ashlyn said, "The agreement is I will let you move with Harrison to Italy, but you got to put your differences aside with Tara to go visit her. You're gonna have to travel back and forth from Italy to think because Harrison loves his mother." And Kyle said, "You know what? Yes, despite my differences with her, I'm gonna do that." So where does that translate to Summer adopting Harrison? Then they came back a few unfortunate months later, and with this new Summer actress in the role. So Summer accepted Harrison or whatever, but how that how would Tara sign her rights away when the last words from of that she said to Phyllis when she was handcuffed was, "Look what you did to my son." So where would that translate to how she would lose her parental rights? That was absolutely ridiculous. That's not what happened. So, like, this is the problem with The Young and the Restless. They have inconsistent writing. It's lazy. Like Josh Griffith, he wants to do this all on his own. He fired all those other writers because let's just be real, budget reasons my ass, because he's greedy. He wanted to keep up all that cash to himself. So he said, F that, I'll just do that my damn self then. Like, no, but it's really showing. Like, you have some good ideas, but shit like this to that. Like, you can't tell me that he hasn't been seeing comments everywhere where people were fed up with Summer's behavior. Then you reward Summer with that bullshit by having her adopt Harrison, even though that makes no sense. Like, you're just slapping every viewer that was watching that show back then. And then you make it impossible to make new fans for the show the way you write the show by yourself. Like, nobody is relatable on The Young and the Restless whatsoever. There's no middle class representation. There's no lower middle class like that. Like, everybody's either a millionaire, multi-billionaire thing. Albert and DC have said that all the time. How everybody's either connected to the Newmans or Abbotts or the Chancellor Winters. Nobody has no sort of money. I mean, money problems because everybody's all rich. And then you got a bunch of entitled brats crying about CEO titles. Be like, no, I want to be CEO. Why do I have to be COO? Why do I have to be CFO? When those are real jobs, when in the real world, we all know it takes 10 years plus 10 to 15 years plus experience to get positions like that. You have to work your ass up, but they get handed to them. And then they act like it's such an insult and it's unbeneath them. Like, no sort of realism with that whatsoever with that. It's crazy how The Young and the Restless is still number one after all these years. But this time, Josh Griffith finally went too far. He went too far. He's deliberately disrespecting vast majority of the fans, because it's not like it's just me that's saying this or a few others. Like, now you look at Facebook, you look at Twitter, you look all over, you know, there are thousands of people that were turned off by Summer that wanted Tara back, that knows that Tara was a good mother to Harrison. So that is very disrespectful to biological mothers that messed up in prison, that went to prison for non-violent crimes, you know, and you're telling me that a judge signed off and terminated Tara's parental rights? Because we know damn well Tara would have never surrendered them. So how else could a Summer been able to get this illegal adoption going? Yeah, he needs to be fighting the one on ball. Absolutely. Brad Bell, he definitely needs to go. Most certainly. But at least the Bald and the Beautiful has a few poor people. Sheila wasn't always rolling in dough. I mean, Deacon had a struggle to get his restaurant. My boy Deacon was struggling. That's just that Bald and the Beautiful is a whole nother disaster. I watched that crap today. I'm like, will Poppy just stab Katie already and be over with it? I'm like, damn. Like, if Poppy's this dangerous killer like Katie thinks she is, then please, could you take out the trash? I'm like, please and thank you. If she could take out the trash, I'd appreciate it. Hey, Darby! How are you? Oh, yeah, Darby, you got your victory today. You got your temporary victory. You got it. How many times did Darby say, oh, well, that could be easily arranged? So you win for now, but just know I created change.org. I created a Terra Lock thing. So, George Blackmon, could you do me a favor and could you sign my petition? Who is believing the new Taylor? Not I, that's for sure. I'm definitely not believing that new Taylor. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Mm-mm. Like, Taylor is way too young to be realistically like Hayden. And besides, even if Taylor wasn't too young, the actress playing Hayden is needed on General Hospital. Rebecca Budding was needed on General Hospital. She is not needed on The Bold and the Beautiful. That nobody asked for Taylor's return. What did I tell you that would go running to Grandpa to fix her problems? Yet you told me so. But George, could you sign my petition? The link is in my community tab. The latest post that I posted has a link to change.org. And if you could sign that, I'll appreciate you. Hey, Allison. How are you? Hey Omar, what you mad at in Young and the Restless? Summer they did a rewrite today. Summer adopted Harrison all of a sudden. Um, hey Francis, how are you? Sound like you're feeling. Yes, indeed. I haven't felt better in so long. Yeah, they did that nonsense rewrite, so they are disrespecting their fan base. They are very disrespectful. Josh Griffith always does the opposite of what fans want. Fans have been begging for the Newmans to give Adam a break for some years. Adam is still the town punching bag to this day. Summer has been insufferable from the beginning of this whole kidnapping nonsense. And now she got rewarded with a fake thing. I wanted to say that. Curses. You took my victory away from me. What victory? What victory? I figured that's why you were mad. I saw it yesterday, but I won't say nothing. I was heated. My blood pressure has been boiling all day. I'm good. Just sick of these rain. Yeah, I'm sick of this rain too. This bipolar rain. You want to rain? I want to rain 1 minute, then go away the next minute. Kyrie, did you hear that Kevin Sullivan died today? Yeah, I did hear. I'm sorry. Victor didn't tell Summer he's behind Kyle working with Audra. Exactly. Summer don't even have her facts straight. And even if Kyle and Summer are working together, Audra made it clear herself she don't want nothing to do with Harrison or Kyle. Please, Audra don't care about nobody but Audra, and that's why she is so hot because, of course, she got to take care of herself. I mean, do you see how gorgeous that woman looks? Of course, she got to take care of herself. I'm just saying, Audra Charles, mm, she is everything and 5 bags of chips. And Allison, did you see how Christina wants my Ava dead? I'm like, Christina, you ain't killing my Ava. So I don't know what you think it is. You and your little 5 foot daddy, y'all not killing my Ava. So therefore, if you thought you was killing my Ava, you had another thing coming. There will be some slow singing and flower bringing up in there before they think they're gonna kill my Ava Jerome. I love my Ava. I've loved her for some years, and if you think I'm gonna let that 5 foot mob, mobster kill my boo, oh no, we can't have this. Ava Jerome is his karma. So therefore, because Sonny Corinthos is a horrible man, I told you he's the same whether he's on or off his medication. He ain't that much different. He's still violent. He's still vicious. He's still a thug. Okay? That is what he is. That is what he will always be. So, Sonny Corinthos is incapable of change. And now his daughter wants to follow in his footsteps. Okay, Avery and Donna are his good daughters, anyways. She might as well bump up. Christina always against Sonny committing crimes, but now she wants him to kill Ava. Yep. And don't give me that grief stuff because grief does not give you an excuse to be homicidal to a woman that did not push. And then on top of that, she's continuing to lie too. She's lying. I haven't seen today, but I did see through the end line where Christina got all go get her daddy. Mm-hmm. Ava did not push this woman. Okay? All Ava did was grab her arm. Was that right to grab her arm? No, it wasn't. But Christina pulled back, she tripped on the thing, and then went out the window. I have to wait another 45 minutes till Hulu releases today's episode. Oh, yeah. Hoping it's good. It's all right. It is all right. Unlike The Young and the Restless, Francis says, Amen, Curse. Thank you, Francis. Because There's nothing right about the young and the restless right now until Josh Griffith pays for what he did. Victor deserves to go down hard this time, trying to take Kyle's son away from him and Gio, him to his spoiled granddaughter, and give him to his spoiled granddaughter like a puppet. I hope Kyle wakes up and sees Victor for who he is, a heartless old man. You damn right, Darby. But don't try to switch up that energy. You know you were queen, you were team summer all this time. Now you're trying to appease me, trying to make me happy by giving me a good sentence. You think I got a short term memory? LOL. Where's the real Darby that says I told you so? I'm waiting for that Darby to come out. I want the vindictive Darby, not the nice guy. I don't want Mr. Nice Guy. I want the real Darby. So you better tell me, you better get over it. Uh-uh. This is Darby's time to curse me out. All the shit I've been talking for all this time too. Don't give me no pass. Don't give me no pass. No, I'm not. LOL. Devon and Ab. Oh my God. They were the so boring part of this episode. And Abby should really not. Abby got the nerve to be talking about for the rest of her life. I'm like, Abby, you have said that so many times. We all know she can't keep a man. So I don't understand why is she even thinking about saying these marriage vows and marriage nonsense. Abby and marriage just don't go in the same sentence properly without especially with long lasting, because that woman can't keep a man to save her life. I want Summer to be his mother. I want her to earn her rights as a mom to Harrison. No, she is not his mother. Tara raised that boy. Tara gave birth. She potty trained him. She was there when he was teething. She did all that. Okay? Just because Tara was vain and she wanted a vain lifestyle and she fucked up, okay? Because a lot of people make that mistake though. Like I'm just saying, she made a mistake. She got greedy, okay? And but she actually had to face the consequences to her actions, unlike most of those people in that freaking town. Like, look at Phyllis. She got away with manslaughter, with murder, and a bunch of other things. Phyllis is still getting away with crap. She's still trouble. I hope Tara comes back. Yes, because there's no way that she can't find a way to undo that adoption because that is shifty as hell. Like money may throw some things at that problem, but what about Ashlyn's? Well, actually, Ashlyn made her sign a prenup, so she ain't got nothing. But I don't want someone to take Harrison's dad away from him, which will hurt him in the long run. Exactly. Exactly. I don't want someone to have him at all because it's not right. Especially, what about Tara? I don't feel that Tara is given the respect that she deserves. Tara is Harrison's mother. Phyllis helped Tara, but Tara got in trouble. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that is true, Omar. Tara effed up. Okay, she embezzled, she committed fraud, and she had to suffer the consequences. But at the end of the day, this is Genoa City, the young and the restless that we're talking about here. So none of them should be able. Victor shouldn't get his big nose involved in this custody fight. Exactly, especially when he's starting half of this. He should have just said, "You know what? I'm the one that told Kyle to work with Audra. He had no interest in working with Audra. He tried to get me to fire Audra. How about Victor just say that? Because I bet you Summer won't be saying that to Victor. I bet you she won't. She won't try to check Victor. So she ain't that stupid. But someone needs to though. Someone need to get Victor Newman's old ass. Because how much could that old man keep getting away with? Damn, he gets everything his way for 40 years. Damn, he's a control freak and a narcissist and a criminal. And then his stupid wife, Nikki, said, "Oh, Victor and Jack are both good men." Kyrie's, you put too much faith in Tara. I hope you don't regret giving her the benefit of the doubt. But at the very least, Josh Griffith owes it to us to figure that out, though. Okay? Because I never liked how Tara's abrupt ending to the show, anyways. It was very anticlimactic. If that's the case, he could have won all out war. She should have escaped or done something. But then again, well, we've seen that escape stuff with Jordan turned her into a cartoon, but she should have been gotten out by now, gotten herself out of this situation. Like, Josh Griffith don't even try to pay off these storylines good. He just is lazy. The Young and the Restless gets the #1 ratings, which I don't get how sometimes. I really don't get how. When they put material like that, but it shows a lack of appreciation for the audience that he has. He does not appreciate us. He don't appreciate me. He don't appreciate you. He don't appreciate almost. He don't appreciate none of you, and it's not right. It's just not right. So that's why I am so blessed to have this platform, and I will use it against Josh Griffith every single chance I get to get more and more petitioners to sign that petition to get that back, because I made sure it's linked right to his boss. I did deep research to learn that Josh Griffith's boss, his name is Steve. Let's see. Let me get his Steve Kent, who is still overseeing the Young and the Restless overseas. For Sony Pictures Television. He will be overseeing that. And I made sure that petition goes towards him. GH is bringing Michael and Nina closer. Once Michael finds out about Willow and Drew, hope they don't. Yeah, we don't need Michael and Nina together. That's just nasty. That is nasty. Capital nasty. Michael and Nina? Woo! Child. How about they put Michael and Trina together, though? I've come around to that idea, Michael and Trina. Has anybody else come around to that idea? Do y'all see the idea of Michael and Trina working out together? Francis, that is gruesome tonight. LOL. It sure is. We need Michael and Trina. What will it take for Kyle to man up, to wake up and see Victor for who he is, the enemy who wants to destroy his family, Kyrie? I don't know. Does Victor have to put his mother in a coma? Does Victor have to kill his dad? I mean, he's working for the man that said that if the positions were the worst, he would let his father die, even after his father saved his drunk wife. Michael and Deanna. No. Deanna is a good woman, but I think Deanna should go a different direction than Michael. I agree that would be awful. Thank you, Francis. At least you admit that that would be awful. So that would just be traumatizing for everyone involved. But at least I have calmed down because before this stream, I was so angry today. Like I was ready to go to a Betty level video. Like that's how this stream was gonna start. But you see, I have grown into a competent, mature, young adult. Michael and Jordan, I'm okay with that too. Because Michael's not being a jerk for once. So therefore, but we all know he's gonna be a jerk again. He's gonna be a jerk again and again and again and again and again and again and again. So that sucks. And then what do y'all think about Billy stepping away again? He's willing to work behind the scenes. Um, at Chancellor Winters. You want to know what I think? That's another part of Josh Griffith's failures as a man and as a writer. Like Billy was doing fine last year with Jabba, and then suddenly he wanted to tuck tail and run. Yes, Michael and Jordan, I'd be okay with that pairing, especially if it's just a little fling. As long as it's not a full-fledged relationship. Jordan needs Zeke to come back to town. She sure do. Glad Michael finally went to see Christina. Yeah, even though a hard head makes a soft ass, because Michael was trying to tell this girl not to self-destruct. But will Christina listen? No. You want to know why? Christina never listens. She never will listen. She never has. She never will. Zeke was fired. Oh, yes, he is. They need to bring him back ASAP, and he can make a new black baby with Jordan. Okay? So they could talk about, oh, because people were mad that they don't have this biracial baby. Well, we can have a full on black baby on that show if you bring back Zeke right now. Let Jordan say, whoopsie, I forgot to take my pill. I didn't know. And bam, she just conceives nice and naturally. She could have that baby, or two babies, or four, or six, or eight. I didn't see an episode in full today, but yeah, I think that they're gonna bone drill, and Willow is gonna burn. Broke bone. I don't want to see where Michael's gonna bang Nina. Mm-mm. We are pushing in the direction that he bangs Trina or Jordan or anybody. LOL. Look, Michael and Nina is just not a thing that we need in our life right now, or the next life, or in the life after that. We just do not need that parent in our life. And then I hate that homicidal maniac Phyllis has any sort of contact with Harrison. That just makes my stomach crawl. That Amazon freak Phyllis has any access to Harrison. I think you are wrong. Brady is a 3 and nothing more. I mean that crap forever. Nah, Brady's a generous 4 and will never, ever, ever, ever be anything more. It will be better or better outfit because he's in spring. You don't have a nice couple of chocolates, a couple of chocolate frostings, and you know I also and I was all right paying LO out. I'm dead. I am dead right now. That is too funny. That is just hilarious. That is. Funny as how. Actress Gwen Risa finally leaving Days for good. Woohoo! But she's not going to come back as Gwen. I'm okay with that. But all I know is I'm happy that Wig Risa was gone for the day. And I hopefully her son joins us soon. Join us soon. Hallelujah. But yes, I have matured. So that is why I used some good words and made some valid points with people that would understand that Josh Griffith just needs to retire. Instead of earlier, what I wanted to say was how I wished he would get hit with something very hard and follow and blah 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 blah. Please let me win at least one debate, Kyrie's. Of course. Well, all right. Let me strategize. Um, Let me find a way to let you win a debate. I'll let you win something. Just let me come up with something. Vote for Gwen. Okay, Darby wins. So then vote for Gwen back. You win that. Give me Trina's credentials Quartermain. Oh. Trina and the Quartermains? Look. But I think it's time. But one thing that General Hospital, you want to know a common denominator of what got General Hospital good again? Geo leaving. Don't you notice that? Ever since Geo left the show, I mean, hasn't been on the show all week long. Don't you notice the episodes have been significantly better? But yes, those that are just coming in now, we got 16 people in. Hit that like button. But yes, that's a tragedy. Is that Summer has adopted Harrison? It's a true tragedy. But don't y'all worry. I'm gonna need as many signatures. George, did you sign that petition on change.org? Because right here is I on my community tab. There's a link to it. And Francis, I could appreciate if you would sign that too. The link is right there on thing. It's right there on my community tab. I have this link. Did you see Poppy gets arrested next week? Yep. So now I'm more than sure that Lee is behind this. She got something to do with this. Thank you, George. I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you. Good. I got 4 people to sign my petition so far, but I won't stop until I get thousands of petitioners. Josh Griffith does not know who he's messing with. I am not the man to be messed with. Ron needs to take over both Bald of the Beautiful and Y&R. Which one, our Ron or Ron Carvalotti? Where do I go to sign? It's right there on change.org, but the link is right there on my community tab. So if you just press that link, that should lead you right to the petition. It will show you Tara's picture on it. It will show you right here. Oh, crap. I could actually share my Ron Carvalotti. Okay, then I'm cool with that. If he replaces Josh Griffith, then so be it. Now, with both Jack and Jennifer coming back, it's only a matter of time until Gwen will be coming back to cause trouble with Abigail and have her make up with her buddy Leo. That's good because I think she should forgive him. Um, That's really good. I really hope that she finally forgives him and they could move past that hideous chapter in their life. Because I know that was tragic for everyone involved. But Summer is the worst possible choice to be a mother. I mean, horrible. Choice. Tara like sold her to Victor for some magic beans. You know, that story could work for me if they could age Harrison up, though. If Harrison is 18 years old and been like, I've been in contact with my mother secretly all this. Ooh, wouldn't that be an interesting twist? If Harrison has this secret phone somewhere and he's been contacting Tara all this time, even even as a child, like she's found a way to secretly contact him and stay in contact with him, and he managed to keep that secret. He's a kid genius. I hope Gwen is pregnant when she comes back. Well, she would have had the baby by now if it was Dimitri. So she would be pregnant by a new man. Like, I'm trying to give Josh, the one minded loser, some creative ideas. So if Tara has secretly been in contact with Harrison somehow, or better yet, if one of the Abbotts have been facilitating that this whole time, like she's had help on the inside. Yes, they are having McCain back next week as Jennifer. Then in December, Melissa Reeves coming back for Doug's funeral. Yep, that'd be a great twist. It's keeping Tara tabs on Harrison, but she has an in at the Abbotts. Sure, if I'm still alive when this little Harrison grows up by then, yes, you will still be alive. Don't be saying crap like that, Darby. You're a boomer, but you're not that damn old. All right? You will live forever, Darby. And I don't want to hear otherwise. Do you hear me? Capiche? Capiche. Um, yes, there have. Oh, yeah, I read that. I'm 55. And that means you got a good 40 more years with us, 40 to 55 more years with us. So you're good. You are good. Your time on this earth is still is ain't nowhere near over. Mm-mm, nowhere near. But damn, I'm pissed off. But now I'm calm. That second medication really helped. Because before that, I was all enraged until I took my second medication. Now I'm like kind of numb. I don't want to be 100. Well, that's too damn bad. Well, you know what? Then you don't have to be 100. It's your life. You get to live it how you want to live it. So if you don't want to believe you're 100, then you don't have to believe you're 100. There, I let you win a debate. Phyllis But Phyllis is also insufferable. I keep talking about how I don't want Summer around Harrison. I really don't want Phyllis around Harrison. My grandbaby, my grandbaby, my grandbaby, my grandbaby. Tired of hearing that. That ain't her damn grandbaby. She stole him from his mother. She's the one that put his mother in prison. Yet she want to come around talk about that's her grandbaby. Let Harrison find that out. That she's the reason her mother, that his mother's not around for him. Kyrie's runs the show. I'll shut up and live for 20 more years. Oh. And Summer just hates Audra because Audra is beautiful and successful. Also, hit that like button. That does help keep this momentum growing. But it's just been a true tragedy today. Oh, a tragic, tragic day. Her grandbaby, I see that they stole something on General Hospital, that show. Why don't Phyllis babysit Harrison then? Some grandma, because you can't, we can't leave Phyllis alone with anybody. The only one, actually, Phyllis should be locked in a cage with wild animals at night. I think Phyllis should get a job at a zoo. That would be right at home for Phyllis. So she could see all her peers every day, up and close in person. Yo, Gemini, you know I am mad as hell that they put that Summer adopted Harrison. That was some bullshit. Tara never signed her rights away. Fuck Josh Griffith and all the horse he rode in on. This is ridiculous. He needs to be fired from his job. He's a lazy, big back bastard, and I hope his belly bursts into a million pieces. I hope he has a bad stomach ache tonight. Josh Griffith. You know, the one that he wrote Harrison to have food poisoning? I hope he get it. Because he has no idea what he just subjected Harrison to. A lifetime tie to those disgusting people. Wait, what? Yeah, he rewrote it. He said that she adopted him back in Italy, even though Tara never signed her rights away. But yet, to their stupid knowledge, and then she said that like so dismissively too, like so quickly. She's like, "Yeah, oh yeah, I did back in Italy, yeah." I'm like, because Josh, that just shows how little Josh Griffith thinks of us. It pissed me off. He knows that fans have been. How in the hell was Summer able to do that? What the exactly? You see how pissed I was? You know I was fuming. That's why I was fuming yesterday. I thought you would want Phyllis to be with Big Rhonda at the penitentiary. Oh yeah, well she could do that too, but I'm stuck with her outside of bars, so she might as well be with the other animals. That's where she might as well be. As you know, Phyllis is a walking disaster. That is what she is. She's a horrible woman. But thank you, Gemini, for joining my outrage. And Gemini, if you could do me a favor, go to my community tab, and I have this link to change.org. Exactly. Harrison is a born American citizen. He can't get adopted in another country. Exactly. At the very least, he needs to clear that up. At the very least, what they could have said was she got guardianship, that Kyle managed to get her some sort of guardianship. That would have been as the closest to acceptable. I wonder would they recognize the adoption in America since she did it in Italy? Exactly. It's enough for the stupid lawyers that she's paying millions of thousands of dollars to, that, or better yet, that she's wasting thousands of dollars on. But Josh better follow up with the storyline. It's been a boring for Friday for a GH show. I expect a cliffhanger like last week episode. Exactly. They need to give us one cliffhanger each week. Well, actually, it should be must watch TV every day. And hey, Double C, Gemini said nope. Exactly. There's no way that adoption could seriously be finalized. And on top of that, so hopefully that's the next part of this story. Hopefully, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Josh Griffith will see. Hopefully, Josh Griffith will see this and be like, you know what? I'm gonna prove Kyrie's wrong. He's got his little smear campaign going against me because you're damn right I do. Um, and if I find any evidence that Josh Griffith did anything, I will snitch so quickly. Both Kyle and Tara would have to sign off an agreement for Summer to adopt their son. Exactly. Tell us how you really feel, Kyrie. I have no problem doing that. Hey, LaShanta. LaShanta, I'm mad as hell that Summer got to adopt Harrison. First, Harrison is American born. Even the marriage is not recognized in the U.S. Exactly. Like, who cares whatever money that they gave to their lawyers and to whatever imaginary judge? They can't sign that off because even then, Tara would still have the right to appeal that. How Summer adopted bullshit talk about, oh yeah, she adopted him in Italy. That was the bullshit cover story that he came up with. That Summer got to adopt Harrison in it when they were living in Italy. Bull crap. There were zero grounds for that. Because Tara is not an unfit mother. Because even if she's in jail, that doesn't terminate your parental rights. She never did anything directly to Harrison to get her parental rights terminated. She would have had to either A, intentionally neglected him, or she would have had to abandon, or she would have had to abuse him. None of those things happened. She got arrested for a white collar crime. It was fraud. This is the dumbest story of the completeless dumbest story. And I'm not the only one that's pissed about it because The Young and the Restless knows the pushback that it's getting. Because on Facebook, we were starting to go off on in the Facebook comments. Within the first few minutes, they deleted that post with Devon and Abby. They just deleted that post because they could see all the negative comments that they were getting about Summer. Did Tara? No, Tara didn't give her rights up. She did not. Because it wouldn't make any sense if she did. Laura opened up a can of worms. She sure did. Now Heather want to find a way to sue. Tara has to legally give up her rights. Unless she voluntarily gave, for what reason? Especially they were in Italy. They were only in Italy a few months. They weren't even in Italy that long. They were in Italy for like 3 to 4 months. So what could have changed in that 3 to 4 months of her being in prison that she would have said, no, I want to sign my rights away to Summer. I'm so sorry that I messed with you. Please make it up to me. Please take my son away from me, even though you only known him 5 minutes. They were in Italy for 5 minutes. She came back with this recast in less than 4 months? If that. 4 to 5 months. They were in Italy and then they came back. When the actor and actress, money. Well, what money? Please. That'd be a valuable thing to mention. How much did she bribe Tara to take? Her parental rights. And who bribed her? Because Summer hates her guts. So she ain't going over there to fork over some money. So what? Kyle forked over some money to Tara to sign her rights away? Why would he do that? He's an entitled prick. So what would make adopting Harrison so special to them? Get the hell out of here. Nobody's buying that bullshit. So Josh needs to fix it while he still has time. Because if not, I will keep this smear campaign going. I will do everything in my power to destroy Josh Griffith. And if you think I'm crazy, it's because I am. I'm over Willow and Drew. Nina still want him. Ew. Money to free Tara. Money to start a whole new. Well, she's still in jail. Because they just mentioned that she's still in jail too. So, did Kyle say something? No, Summer told Victor that she adopted him. That's Victor was like, I thought that you adopted thing. Watch the writers have Tara give up her rights to Harrison. Kyle barely knew the kid when he came to exactly, barely. He knew him 5 seconds. So to tell you the truth, because Kyle would have had to get his parental rights even stored to begin with through a DNA test through with Ashlyn, because Ashlyn was the one that had all the custody rights. And then he signed that over to Kyle. He didn't sign it over to both Kyle and Summer. He signed it over to Kyle. So when Victor got his latest billionth fake ass restraining order, that was that. But I wouldn't be surprised if he says that, but that's going to piss people off even more because we've all been calling for Tara's return. That's going too far. What's going too far? My threats against Josh Griffith or this fake adoption? Because this is nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful. Victor has money to buy judges to free people. Well, he didn't because Tara is still sitting in jail. So I'd be better if Tara wasn't in jail. Like that would make more sense if Victor approached her or someone said, "Look, I'll make all your legal problems go away," but she had to give up her son and stay in jail, and she's rotting in prison for all these years, and she's like, and you're telling me Summer adopted her son all because and the biggest crime that she committed against those precious Newman family is she forced Summer to take a job that Jack ended up buying for Summer anyways. So everything worked out great for Summer. She got Kyle, now she got Harrison, she got whatever. So Summer, give Harrison up. Have your own. Exactly. Have your damn own child. Because this is ridiculous. Nonsense. Tara is not doing that. Exactly. No way she would have. Because the very last day that she did that, she tried to take Harrison back to New York. Summer doesn't have that kind of power. Only Victor does. Yeah, but Victor didn't even do anything to help Tara get out of prison. So I don't see how that rewrite because he had to ask her. He was like, "You adopted him, right?" Because Victor didn't have any of that extra detail. I thought you adopted him, right? That's what he said. He's like, "Ooh, like how he barely remembered." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, I adopted him back in Italy." Like now, this is ridiculous. Bring back Tara. stripping a mother. So disrespectful to all the mothers worldwide. Ugh, it's just so not right. But Days of Our Lives was kind of boring today too, though. I'm not even gonna front. Days of Our Lives was kind of boring today. What are they fighting over? Because Summer wants to control every single aspect of Kyle's life, and she's jealous that he's working with Audra because she thinks that he's gonna get back with Audra pretty much, and she's still jealous of Claire too. But it's really her jealousy of Audra that's pushing Summer over the edge because Audra looks better than her and Phyllis put together. Don't blame her, blame genetics. Audra can't help that she's hot. If I was the right Winona Ryder, I would bring Tara back just to see the look on Summer's face. Yep. When Tara says, I don't care what y'all signed in Italy, I'm not hearing that. And I hope that they bring in someone new, a new powerful person. Because I would love if the twist to get out of Victor's thing for once, instead of going to the Wisconsin court system, I hope that the writers would take this route and let someone say, you know what, F Victor and these judges he keep bribing. We're taking this appeal to the Supreme Court. I bet you Victor don't own that. Take that shit to the Supreme Court. Someone Victor can't bribe off this time to go over Victor's head. So like someone, because Victor is a local bully, but I want him to get someone higher up that Victor can't mess with, and let Tara be dating a politician's son or something like that. Someone Victor can't bully so easily. You have my husband dying laughing in the back. Hello. Kyle barely got custody. Exactly. First of all, and then all my problems would have been solved if Kyle and Summer would have just stayed in Italy. All my problems would have been solved. They could have just stayed there. And I would have been so happy. Let's not forget that. They had their happy ending after. I was more than fine when they left General City. Why Kyle say Summer wasn't here? Exactly. Then to turn around and say, oh, she adopted him back then. Please. Miss me with that. She ain't do shit. And I will not let that stand. I just won't have it. I won't allow it. I can't. I won't. And I'm not going to allow this. Well, A, because she's not his mama. Lord. And yes, we need like a real shakeup on the Young and the Restless stuff. We need a cast shakeup. We need new middle class characters and storylines. Like, because everybody always wants to worry about running these businesses, but why won't we get a working family class on the young? Actually, no, we need more than one. We need two working class families that are messy, that don't have the Newmans and things. And matter of fact, and let them be the Newmans employees, like not just that BS whatever that's never in the office. Like let them actually have to deal with the fallout of the Newmans and all of their mergers and unmergers. And why don't we bring that realistic of how the Newmans and all these power hungry people are making the people around them suffer with all their selfish pig-headed moves. Like, think about that demerger they just did. That costs a lot of money to the company. That costs a lot of people their jobs. You think they're sleeping restless at night? I mean, You think they're losing sleep at night? Hell no, they're not. Nicole should come to watch. Yes, she should. That'd be good. She come to YNR or GH. But actually, yeah, I think Young and the Restless would be a good transition for her as long as she don't um end up with those new. Actually, she would probably end up with Nick. Why Michael asked Willow to talk to Chrissy about losing the baby? Sam lost the baby. She sure did. But hey, maybe Willow needs to be useful for once. Remember Theo's cousin? I think maybe he is Harrison's father, not Kyle, because Tara had slept with him too. Maybe Tara messed with the DNA results. Just a thought. You know, if she messed with those DNA results and Kyle's not really the father, that would serve them both justice because I would definitely make double the adoptions invalid. Because I would go to the courts and have a new thing. Nicole and Adam will be epic. Ooh, that would be good TV watching now. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be good. Some good TV watching. I hope Victor don't get chancellor. Me too. He has way too much already. Summer is gonna pay and pay and pay and pay. And Justin, did you get a chance to sign my petition? Um, if you could sign my petition, I'll appreciate you. I'll be indebted with gratitude. If you could sign that petition, I will appreciate it. And Gemini, you too. It's right there on my community tab. Go to my community tab and click that first link. Tara went into the back with the nurse during the DNA. Mm. Theo has money also when Deanna found out about him. When Dina, yep, he sure do. So that would be a good twist. Let Theo be the dad all along, and Harrison goes and moves in with him. Because you know what? This Harrison actually looks like Theo, too. When you think about it, this Harrison looks like Theo. Oh, wow. Didn't know that, LaShanta. I didn't. Well, I do know, I do remember she was there. Actually, Sasha should talk to Christina about losing the baby and spill the beans on Willow and Drew. I think so, too. And then Danny Ribeiro mimics George's statements that YNR should hire Ron Carvalotti. Yep, because Ron Carvalotti, he would make the show more interesting. I mean, look what he did with Days of Our Lives. That was good for a good while. What he did with General Hospital was good. So, as long as he knows the history of the Young and the Restless and he might actually listen to the fans for once, unlike Josh, who's incapable of doing that. That would be good. But the only difference is that cheap ass network, though, because that's probably why they kept him around, was he was willing to fire all those writers because Josh is greedy enough to do that. But Ron Carvalotti might be like, I'm gonna need I'm gonna need a few co-writers to help me with that. Sam would have a heart to heart with Christina since Sam also lost a child, and that child saved Christina when she was little. Sam would be a good choice for Christina to talk to. But Christina don't want to listen. She's hard headed. So it don't matter who she speak with, she's still hard headed. That's how Christina is. When she should have kept her big belt, her big pregnant ass somewhere down somewhere. Okay? So, you know what? But thanks to Christina, I learned a valuable lesson. So, if I have an angry pregnant woman knocking on my door, especially if the baby's not mine, I'm going to keep that door closed and locked. Okay? I will not get my ass nowhere near that door. Gotta go. Enjoy your evening and weekend, everyone. Yes, have a good night, Francis. But yes, that is the valuable lesson that Christina taught me. Angry pregnant woman, sit my ass down so she could bang on the door all she want. But and then I'm gonna have my hands up in the air and wave it around so there can't be no confusion. Right? Everyone's saying that wasn't Christina's baby. She carried that baby in her body. Alexis acknowledged that today. She sure did. It was hers biologically, and she gave birth to him. So it's not like she had no relations. It was growing inside of her. But you know, now Molly is gonna have her miracle baby now. My mom was onto it when she said that's why they showed Molly and TJ having that love scene because it makes sense now. Because that's probably why already Molly has been acting with whatever. Uh, um, her hormones are probably kicking in already. She doesn't even know she's pregnant. So that would be the perfect timing because what's going to happen is TJ and Molly are having all this tension right now. And then after they finally break up, that's when Molly's going to find out she's pregnant. Then she's going to want to keep TJ from the baby for a while. So that's what's going to happen here. So when people were wondering, well, why we have to sit through all that, that's probably the reason. Because the writers probably said, you know what? That's more drama. For Molly, if Molly's the one that gets pregnant and actually has the baby. It really does make sense when you think about it. Molly and TJ can be boring together. They are boring. But at least there's something. So power to them. Power to them. But I am going to call this stream a night. This is a very fun live stream, like always. Have a good night, LaShanta. Have a good night, Francis. Have a good night, Double C. Have a good night, Allison. Have a good night, Danny Ribeiro. Have a good night, Justin. Have a good night, Gemini. Have a good night, Darby. And have a good night, Kaiwan. And have a good night, everybody else. I will see y'all back tomorrow at around 6 p.m. Probably. Oh, and have a good night, George. And did you see the preview Monday? Natalia pissed me off. Yep, talk about, oh, please just let my daughter go. I'm like, here we go. Oh, and have a good night, Allison, as well, and everybody else. It's lots of fun. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Hope Sonny don't invest in Blaze. Me too, cause Blaze has no talent.